Now let us go to Madhva's or Tatva-vada's unique contributions to philosophy, not just Indian philosophy, but philosophy in general. And this, I have chosen those things that are some things that you're not going to find Googling on the internet. And so these are quite different and quite unique than what you can find otherwise. Yeah, you can Google and find the common things, but what I'm going to give you are unique contributions to philosophy. The first one is the grand unification. Any philosopher in Vedanta cannot have a school of thought without showing that the idea as being propounded in the Brahma Sutra, which is the master key, in the Gita, which forms the Smriti Prasthana, and in the Upanishads, which is the Shruti Prasthana. So you have to show that idea being present in all the three to be reckoned as a school of thought, to create a school of thought within Vedanta. So from Advaita all the way down to all the schools, this is the way to propound a school of thought. In the case of the Tatva-vada, it went a step ahead and it created the Prasthana Chatushtaya. That means it was not only the grand unification across these three literature, but across the whole of Vedic corpus. So, and there was no Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda differentiation. There was no inferior position for rituals. Rituals were as spiritual as Jnana. Those were things that were shown. The unity of ideas was shown across the Vedic culture with the master key from the Brahma Sutras. The other contribution, and I'm going to share these specific examples in the other slides, but I'm just giving you a general overview of the unique contributions. The textual analysis that was brought about by the Tatva-vada was quite vigorous and critical in the sense that it has to be Patashuddhi first. The different copies of various texts that were there across India had to be analyzed to see if there were interpolations, were some omissions and all of those things before that is picked up as a text for which an Artha Shuddhi, then came the Artha Shuddhi. What is the real meaning for that? So that was a textual analysis. That analysis was followed, which was a very unique contribution of the Tatva-vada. Boldness of approach. So it was not only following the tradition, it was following the tradition until there was a reason to break the tradition. So Tatva-vada provided that break in tradition where the reasoning said you need to break from the tradition. And I'm going to provide you instances of these things as well. And tradition should not be blindly followed, but can be broken if there are reasons to break it. And then there was no Jnana Marga, Karma Marga, Bhakti Marga, for all these different kinds of proclivities for individuals. It was one path, and the one path integrated knowledge, karma, and bhakti. It's a triad. It was not individual. Jnana always provides the light. It provides the direction. Karma's place is to purify. And bhakti is basically the expression of our inner bliss. Whenever we say our nature is ananda, that ananda to come out has to be bhakti. And so there is a place for all the three in a triad. You cannot solely have a jnana marga, which is dry. You cannot only have a headless karma marga, and you cannot only have emotionalism of bhakti. You need for a path to be sadhana, you need the triad of jnana showing the light, karma purifying us through our seva, and then bhakti is nothing but the inner bliss that comes out. So that was the sadhana triad that was propounded in Tatva-vada. And finally, in the epistemology, Sakshi was a very important concept that was propounded, which we could see later, quite later on, Descartes talking about that in Western philosophy, and that is the truth. We have access to truth even in empirical reality. That means the experience, our experience is sacrosanct. It is inviolable. Experience cannot be denied at any point. We can never say that only after in a paramarthika satya that the experience is valid, and all in the vyavaharika satya experience can be denied. So experience once denied can always be questionable in any point of time. So to save from this regression, infinite regress, it was taken that the sakshi, that is our inner faculty that knows truth, is always operating, whether it is samsara or after samsara. So experience is always sacrosanct and inviolable.